Hiya, I'm going to give you, you're probably not interested, but I thought for anyone that is interested, a review of the Kobo Libra H20 and how I found it after, I think I've had this 8 months maybe, and I'll talk you through the books and what I do. So this is just cheap cover I got off at eBay. I love how even when you turn it off, it does the cover of the book that you're reading at the moment. Press the back button to turn it on. So you see that light flashing to tell you it's about to turn on in a minute. It does take a couple of minutes to turn on. Sorry about that shadow, but I'm not professional. I'm just giving you a real life view. See how it's not going to do it now. I did pause it for a minute there. It does dots that light up to show, like on the screen, there's 3 dots and they light up to show the progress. So these are my current reads up here at the moment. This is my personal books that I've got, and these are the ones I've finished. I find it a really easy to go. I find Kobo actually has better deals than see the one Kindle. But sometimes you'll see Kindle have better deals than what's on here. But the best thing about this is you can sign it up to your local library and you can read library books on this, whereas Kindle is exclusively just for payment method only. So it was partly what intrigued me to buy this. Anyway, if you want to know all this ins and outs of it, the actual Kobo, I've done a video for it. I'm just showing you my library and how I've worked it so far. So I like how this has got my recent reads up here. I'll talk you through. We'll go to finishes for now. No, it's not going to do it. I have got. I've messed up here now. Hang on. See what I mean? Not a professional. I'm just doing it. Aha, there we are. I've made myself my own little list of did not finish and actual finishes. So they're even at the moment. So the books that I did not finish is You Don't Know Me. I found it a bit slow. Marlowe Murder Club. I will come back to this. I just wasn't in the mood for it. The Little Vineyard of Provence. Again, it's like a summer read. It wasn't bad. I just got a bit bored. The Woman in the Window was terrible. Really didn't enjoy that. I think that's a movie now. I'm not too sure. This is a very hyped up book. Finlay Donovan is killing it. This is book number 1. I found it very boring and dragged on a bit. Also didn't get very far into Tweet Cute. I'm not a romance reader. I thought I'd give it a blast. Everyone was talking about it, and again, don't live up to the hype. Me personally, I don't know why. I just naturally seem to go against the hype, not by choice. I just don't seem to get along with other humans in the world by nature and by thought. The Henna Wars was interesting. Again, I just wasn't in the mood to finish it, so I might come back to that. Oh my god, everything I know about love, like posh girl, more about posh girl, first world problems. Not a fan. And again, I'm going to come back to this because I do like her. Where did I follow her? I did TikTok for a while. Is she a TikToker? I can't remember where I found her, but she's actually an online personality. And she's quite a lovely Irish lady. She's quite funny. So she produced this book, and that's where that came from. The Thief, His Wife in the Canoe was because BBC One made a documentary about it. So I thought, because they had the book for, I think it was 89p, I'll read the book first. Oh my god, another boring rich person dragging on story. And another hyped up book on BookTube. Taylor Jenkins Reid, she's a hit and a miss for me. I've read most of her books, apart from what's the new one? Is it the tennis player from this book? Rising? No, this is Rising. Whatever the new one is, I haven't read because I've got zero interest. I've given up on Taylor Jenkins Reid's now. I enjoyed The Seven Wives of Evelyn Hugo. Hated the band member one and all the others. So yeah, not a fan. So that's now DNFs. My finishes. No, click DNF again. Hang on. Try to look at my kobo and the screen. It's not working. Yeah. The Will was very good. Now, this was also... Hang on, I've got a sore back. I'm going to move position. Yeah, The Will was very interesting. It's also my shadow's pointing now. The rich person book, but it's not like Knives Out or Gossip Girl. Like, ignore what that just says there. Basically, it's about a family. Their grandma dies, and the rule of the house is when if the owner of the house passes away, it has to go to another family member or known to the family. Not known to the family. Yeah, exclusively. Sorry, my 2-year-old's not very well. Exclusively just to the family. So they all got together when their granny died or their mum died, depending on who you're reading from, and discovers who gets the deeds to the house. That's a good book. How to Kill Your Family. It's very interesting at the beginning. Dragged on near the end, but I was disappointed in the end, to be honest. Still good though. The Heat Wave. What can I remember about The Heat Wave? I like Katrina Diamonds, that's why I got it, but it's a novel. It's not to do with her normal series that she does. Yeah, I can't remember anything about that one. That must speak for itself, really, if you can't remember about a book and it's only been 6 months. Wilder Girls. Now, that was another hyped up book on... Hang on. That was another hyped up book on BookTube. Books and Lala loved it. And I was like, oh, right, we'll give it a blast because it was on offer. Most of my books are on offer, by the way. I do the 99p range. And, yeah, pleasantly surprised about that one. Oh, Brody. Yeah, actually surprised about Wilder Girls. It was really, really good, really interesting. Got me going all the way to the end. So yeah, 100% recommend that. Another, as you can hear, he's not very well. He's got like since he was born, a rant here, not a rant, a ramble. Since he was born, he had a bad chest. And all it takes is being outside, like I took him to his first playgroup, he's 2, and he gets a chest infection. And then he's like this. It's like being outside, it's not worth it. But I feel bad for my 4-year-old. Anyway, ramble. Grady Hendrix, that was my first book that I ever read from him. I'm sure it's a him. And yeah, that was really, really good. Actually, no, I think I read the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying a Vampire or something. I think I DNF'd that one. I loaned it out of what's my local borrow box from my library. This does not support borrow box. The kobo, I gotta say. Yeah, so I had up my phone and DNF'd it because it was poop. Whether it was mood read, I might go back to it or not, I don't know. I'm trying to read most of Robert Louis Stevenson, shall I say? Books. Oh, Broads, please. The Wicked Deep. Stop it. I got to say, I thought Sharp Objects was my favourite of hers, then Gone Girl. But actually, the Grown Up, very, very short, very, very good. So go the Grown Up, Sharp Objects, and then Gone Girl. And Jaws was the first book I got in here, I think. So that's a lie. I did get You'll See Later. What's he called? A Dean Koontz book, but then I realised it's part of a series. So these are all the books I actually own in here now. So it starts from the ones you recently bought to the ones that's the oldest. So Bird Box, Josh Malerman, because I've heard all the hype and I'm quite interested in it. Dead Famous, it's a history of why we are so interested in celebrities. I think it dates back to 1800s. Can't quite remember, but it seems interesting. I'm currently reading Notes of an Execution. It's had me crying. Very interesting book. I love this so far. I can understand the hype of this. Caravel, the complete trilogy. Only because it was 99p and I've seen it talked about for a couple of years. As you see, Grady Hendrix, I've got a few here only because they were on offer. So We Sold Our Souls. Horror Store. I think I made an error. I should have bought this in paperback from the library. Like, not bought, but borrowed. I haven't read it yet, as it says, unread. But it might be better in paper form. Same as Paperbacks from Hell. Now, if I enjoy Paperbacks from Hell online, I might, like digitally, I might read it, buy it paperly. Some of these, like, are cheap bought. And if I do buy them, I buy them physically. Not for wasting money. I'm a charity shop book buyer, and if I do buy 99p books on here and enjoy them, which are the price of a standard charity shop book, if I enjoy them on here, I will buy the paper copy because I prefer the paper copy. Another ramble. Corpse of Cabana. These are just like fun little reads. Trying to describe them. They are self-published, I think they are. So they were free. That was free. And this one here was also free. We had to remove this post. I bought it. Can't remember what it's about. Also bought it. Can't remember what it's about. Books and Lala was chatting about this. So that's why I got that one. That was also a free book. That was a free book. They do free collections on here as well, so that's quite good. This was also a free book. Circe was hyped up on BookTube, so I got that one. I've wanted to read this for years and years and years, never got around to it, so I got that one. I did buy that years ago, and then I gave it away. I never got it back from someone, so I've rebought it. This one, oh shit. I had to go back then. Honey and Spice. It's said red now because I clicked it. I read about 10%. This is a kind of go between. I started it and then I give it up, and started it and give it up. Not that it's bad. It's just not hitting my reading mood. Lore has also been hyped up on YouTube. Sometimes some of the pictures I can see, like normally, like Lore has the gold. Oh, so sensitive. See the ring around her eye? That's gold normally in the picture. What else we got? The Well I told you about. Lucy Foley. I've read her. Not The Hunting Party, the other one. And I cannot for the life of me remember it. And I didn't even like it. Like, it was so predictable. But I read it. So I was curious about the Paris apartment. This was 99p, so I got that one. This is really good. I'm actually enjoying this. Give me a bit of creeps. Cannibal's Daughter. Right. I got to say, this was a free book. and I just had to hit the synopsis for it because it was so bloody good. I'm gonna have to get the second one of it. Yeah, this love this, love this. You may notice I don't read things out about books, and that's because I'm not very good at reading aloud, and sometimes I worry when I'm talking about a book I've read that I might spoil what it's about by leaking some information. So, but that Cannibal's Daughter, you need to read. It's really, really good. Chatted about that before. That is just as good as what's that really hyped up one that man from Pointless did? Murder Club, Thursday Night Murder Club or something. I bought this just because it gives you the history of colours, which is interesting. Girl Missing speaks for itself, really. Bought this because it was 99p and it's got loads of classic books in it. See if I can. Synopsis. See, that's all the books that are in it. So that's why I bought that one. I got the Carmarthen Murders because it was free, and because I live in Wales, I thought, oh, I might relate to this, even though I'm Scottish, so probably not. I'm trying to get all of the James Patterson Women's Murder Clubs from number 1 up to, what's he at now? Is he at 30 something at the moment? But I'm only doing them when they're on offer, so I won't read them from number 1 until I get from number 1. Does that make sense? I won't read them until I have number 1, but I'm collecting them, and I'll show you what that does later. Imaginary Friend, Steven Shabrowski, because what's her name? Hang on. Chapter Stacks, that's the one. She was on about it a couple of years ago, so I got that one. I love Chapter Stacks. If you're into like horror thriller books to watch on YouTube, if I just press play on there, yes I have. And my best friend's Exorcism, I already chatted about. I liked it. Jamaica Inn, just because it's a classic, I want to try. That was free. It's Agatha Christie, but under her other pen name, Mary Westmacott. Those Violent Delights. The House Across the Lake, just because I've read all his books and they're getting worse and worse, but we won't go there. Girl of Paper and Fire, just because it sounded interesting. Sarah Cox, only because I like her personality. This I regret buying. Seth Rogen, because he's a pain in the arse and the book was not interesting. Again, this is also a bad buy. I wish I didn't buy it. Uglies, just because I read it as a teenager, I wanted to do a reread of it. With the Fire and High, it's quite interesting. I think she's like a teenage mum or something. Can't quite remember. It's been a while since I read it. Again, I can't remember what it's about. Plain Bad Heroines. I'm glad I got on here because it's meant to be a chunky monkey book, and when it's digital like this, it doesn't seem like such a challenge. Once There Were Wolves, because it was set in Scotland and I'm Scottish, so that was just curiosity. As I said, I don't like Finlay Donovan. That was just, I think it was 50p, so I just bought it. It sounded funny. That was shite. The Hunger. It's meant to be a horror book, so I thought I'd give it a try. War and Peace. I want to try classics. It's meant to be a chunky monkey though. Lacey Flint book series. It's the first one by Sharon Bolton. I read La 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 La. What's her book? The Split. That was really, really interesting. That was a novel, a standalone. So I thought I'd give this a go. Little Women, another classic I want to try. Not a fan of that. Enjoyed that one. Not a fan of that. I did start that and gave it up, so that should be on my not DNFs, not finishes. to be continued, shall we say. It's in a year. It was really good. I got about 20% in, but then I'm a mood reader and I lost interest. I just realised I didn't pause this. Hang on, I'm just having a drink. Right, where were we? Yeah, Dolly Arterton, not worth it. The Island, Adrian McKinty, because I not read, I listened to The Chain, and that was really, really good. Now, I'm filming you on a new tablet I got from Oppo, and it's rotated itself, so I don't know if this has rotated the screen also, so if it has, I do apologise. But yeah, Adrian McKinty, I got the Chain, that was really good. Audiobook was awesome, to be fair. So just want to try a second one. The Lingering, I bought that as a mistake because I thought it was, what's that one? We've Always Lived in the Castle. I got the names confused. So that's the surprise book. Katrina Ward, I bought this one for 99p because I got free in my Abominable book box the Sundial. Disappointed Sundial, that was a DNF, so probably won't like that one either, but there we go. Shite. Self-sufficiency, I said this before, it's just useful to have. Red. Dark Matter, I've owned 2 Blake Crouch books before, and this is the only one I haven't read, because I'm only aware of the 3. If there's more, let me know. The Troop by Nick Cutter, because, what's her name? That girl from YouTube was on about it all the time. What's her name? Anyway, doesn't matter. She was on about it, so I thought I'd give it a go. Gabby Reads. Haha, got it. Don't remember buying that one, so that's going to be interesting. Talked about that before. This sounded interesting, so I bought it. It's Scandi, I think. Wow. Now this book, I've seen people talk about it on YouTube and on newspapers and Radio 2. So the Radio 2 book club or whatever it was. So I bought it. Wow. Conflicting. Yeah. Very interesting book. Bought that because it was 89p. Haven't read that yet. Can't remember. These are all at the very beginning, so they were just random buy. Liked Jaws. Nothing like the film. Bit weird. Talks about women a bit weirdly. Yeah, odd. Interesting, but odd. The Companion. Did I mix that up with? What's the one? I've read The Companion already. I got it from the library a couple of years ago. What's that? To do with little wooden people. Anyway, random thought. As I said, interesting book. Ending was disappointing. And there's the first one I bought. Remember I said Dean Koontz, but it's part of a series. I've always, when I grew up as a kid, there was a TV show about that, so I bought it. And yeah, okay, leave that as it is. And that's another poop book. But you win them and you lose them, as they say. And when you click collections, no, it's not. When you click the series, see it says, so all the books that you own, if they are part of a series, they will automatically say. So it seems to be all the free books, apart from, oh no, that's a lie, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, but that's cool how it does the series. So if you're ever bought a book and then you're like, oh, I'm not sure if it's a standalone or series, on the kobo, you can click that button and it'll tell you then. And if you just fancy reading a certain author, you can always click author as well. Anyways, I fancy doing this video for a while for a video. Sorry, I'm going through a stressful thing in my life at the moment. So my brain's not 100% there. I'm going through a breakup with an ex-partner, and it's involving my 2 kids as well. So it's going good. Like, as breakups go, it's not a mess, but it's not the best. Anyway, that's something you didn't need to know. Another random video. It's not put together like I wished, but I just fancied filming it today. Yeah, okay. Thank you for watching. All the best. Bye.